Even that guy was a familiar face. Okay, he was on a TV show called Herman's Head that I recognized him from. He was that guy. He ended up being in Armageddon a couple years later. He was a pro, so it's like that's just another example of you got to have the right people doing all these things.
Oh yeah, Herman's Head.
Yeah, remember that? Come on, you remember that show?
Is that on Fox?
I don't think I've seen it.
Is that on Fox?
Yes. Yeah.
Coming up next after the NFL, Herman's Head, followed by
after a current affair.
Right.
Do you guys remember the actor who played the dad in Alf? You've seen Alf, right?
Yes,
Willie.
I don't remember his name. I know he died recently, but he kind of had a voice like this, like little maid, little post nasal drip, but like that.
Max Wright.
I don't remember his name.
His name is Max Wright.
Okay. Yeah.
So Alf was in 1986. So that's kind of already run its course. This is 1990. Max Wright is offered the role to play any of the three: Peter McAllister, Uncle Frank, or the Uncle Rob that we hardly see. There was a deleted scene with him in it. As well as Harry. He had the opportunity to play any of those, but he turned down all four roles. I don't know why. You would.
He would have been perfect Uncle Frank.
But like was he like a star still?
No, he was, but he was very familiar because he was a familiar face, and everybody, Alf was a huge hit, and he would have been good in that role because he would have given a whiny little.
He would have,
The guy who did it was fine, but this guy would have been just as good. I don't see him as the Peter role because you're right, Peter, and this guy is just not that likable.
Well, he's just like a dad. He played the dad.
Yeah, but I feel like John Hurd was the perfect person for the role.
I just thought it was interesting he turned them down. Like, why wouldn't he want to be in the movie?
It was a great question. He was swimming in that Alf money. I don't know.
I guess.
Think about what it looks like on paper. This looks like he had just done Alf for as many, however many years. And he's probably trying to break out of the kiddie kind of like silly whatever. And on paper, this probably looks exactly like that. If you're reading the script, you're not seeing Catherine O'Hara. You're not seeing Joe Pesci. You're not seeing what it looks like. All you're seeing is a little kid beating the crap out of two older guys. So maybe he was looking at this. This is not I'm done with this kind of stuff. I want to go in a different direction. That could have been it. Nobody thought this movie was going to be a hit.
You're right. I guess I just thought a number of years had passed between the ending of Alf and this, and it seems like he wasn't really doing a whole lot. But I could be completely way off.
You get a paycheck.
That's a good question. That's the only thing I can see.
So I hadn't put this together. It was pointed out to me when I was doing some research. There are 3 Johns associated with this movie: Candy, Hurd, and Hughes. All 3 have passed away. None of them are with us.
I think Candy went first, then Hughes, and Hurd just a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, clearly it's the dread curse.
That's a bummer.
I know.
Robert Blossom is gone too, I think.
Who?
Robert Blossom. Yeah, I think he's gone too.
I think so too. But his name wasn't John. On a more positive note.
Oh, 3 Johns. Oh,
yeah,
right.
3 Johns.
Okay.
Yeah, the 3 Johns. I actually think this would have been kind of good, but it didn't happen. It was rumored that there was an original draft of the screenplay where Uncle Frank was the real villain. And as the villain behind the villains, and that Harry and Marv worked for him, and that he hired them to rob the McAllister house and other houses in the neighborhood, and also to kill Kevin. That would have been maybe a bit too far. But what do you guys think of the possibility of Uncle Frank being kind of behind this?
No, that would literally take every meaning out of it.
Well, it would have been a different movie. It would have been a more adult-centric movie, maybe. But yeah.
That's a bit harsh.
No, I can't.
And the way that they explain it with Pesci early on masquerading as the cop, staking out the neighborhood, it gives you a little bit of a believable kind of feel for the criminal element. I think with the uncle and trying to kill it just too harsh for a family-centric kind of movie. I don't think it would have worked as well for me.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
I can see a version that is not because I like darker, like I like crime movies. I can see it working as more of an adult-centric movie.
There,
It would have been a different
there,
movie.
yeah, Katie, there's where you get your Die Hard comparison. There, you really then you have almost like an over the top kind of action kind of thing with the uncle. And but I do think opening up where you have Marv and he's role playing a cop and he's staking out the neighborhood, that could happen. I mean, you know that there's a criminal element that
Yeah.
stakes out neighborhoods, so that lends a little bit more believability for me. I don't know how everybody else feels, but for me, I think it works the way they have it.
Yeah, I think that's too much. And Uncle Frank is disliked just enough.
Yes.
Like it's the perfect level of disdain. He's a jerk, but he's got nothing to do with anything. So,
I'm in agreement. I like the movie the way that it is. I think it's an extremely well done movie and a lot of care taken into it. Just reading about that, I was like, oh, that would have been an interesting take in a different direction. But I'm glad that it is the way that it is, because I really do think that Home Alone, I mean, clearly it's resonated and people watch it. It's like a must watch every year, right? It's blended the perfect elements that both children and adults want to come back to. It's got all the right pieces put together, and this was a win, in my opinion, for John Hughes. There are other times when he kind of throws puzzle pieces together and they don't quite fit. This is one where I think was a massive hit with audiences, but also at the box office. How would you like to close out the discussion about Home Alone?